Hey guys, welcome back to Honestly Christina. So in today's video, I will be talking about adulting. So today is Sunday, May 3rd, and on Thursday, May 7th, I'll be turning 25 years old. And I really just wanted to share what I learned along the way these past 25 years as I really hit this mid-20s mark. So I'll be discussing the topics of career, finances, goals, and social life. Here we go. I will start by diving right into career. So when I was 21 years old, I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and Criminal Justice. When I was 22, I graduated with a Master of Arts in Criminal Justice. So I was able to just jump right into my field a few months after graduation, which was awesome. I stayed with my first position for 1 year and 5 months. My second position, I've been with that place for the same time as well, and I'm just continuing on with that place right now. I was so excited to jump right into my career fields when I got out of grad school, and that was super awesome for me. I'm really career oriented, definitely thinking of, how can I be a better person in my field and all of that stuff. So I've been definitely thinking about getting a PhD. I've thought about getting additional master's degrees, certificates. So I'm really kind of deciding what I want to do in the future with that. But I do have future plans of positions that I would like to have, like dream positions, dream salary amounts, things like that. So I'm definitely excited to be talking about that as well. If you have any questions about career things, please let me know. I think being so young and getting right into your field was definitely very challenging at first, and it's kind of scary. It's like you go from college where the schedule is really flexible to the regular 9-to-5 work life, at least for my position, and you have to, stick to this strict schedule. Every day is the same pretty much, which was definitely a lot different from the past 4 years where every day was different. So that was definitely something that's getting used to. Also saving, learning about retirements and IRAs and all of these other things were definitely something that really you had to have a learning curve for. But I'm really excited that I was able to, get past that. My first year, I didn't really save any money at all. I wasn't really sure, the whole how to budget thing. So I was spending a lot of money on, food, going out to eat, getting lunch out, going out after work, stuff like that. So I wasn't able to really save much. But then after that, I'm like, okay, I need to buckle down and save if I want to be able to take trips and fulfill my other goals. So I was able to do that, which was great. I also learned a lot of things about, strategizing days off, stuff like that. I was able to go to a bunch of trainings my first year and 5 months of working at my first position, which was absolutely awesome. Definitely helped with career development, which I now realize is super important to have career and personal development on your free time. So that is my little tidbits on careers. Now we'll discuss finances. So I already started talking about how when I got out of college and had my first job, I was not really sure about the whole saving thing. I tried saving, but then I would always spend too much. I think I was living outside my means very much when I didn't have to. But my bills went outside of my means. It was just that I wasn't sure how, have a great fun life and also save money for my future goals and for emergencies and all of that. So I was able to definitely get that handled after the first year when I realized I hadn't really saved much. So I got that under control because at that point I wanted to move out on my own. That was last year, and I was okay, I want to move out on my own in 2019. Here is how much I think I need to save. Here are some expenses that I want to have. I need to get furniture. I need to have the broker fee and all of that. So I definitely wanted to, make sure I started having a foundation to save up. So I started doing that a lot more last year. My finances now are great. I think I definitely have a hold on them. I know my credit score. I make sure I'm always in the know of it. I make sure I'm always looking at my bank account statements, paying all my bills on time. Another thing about adulting. So when I lived with my mom previously to living on my own, I paid her my portion of the rent and she paid the bills. But now living on my own, I have to pay all the bills myself. So I pay all of my bills for myself anyway, besides my phone bill. My dad pays that. But besides that, I have to pay all the bills myself every month on time. So you don't want to ever forget to pay your bills. You don't want anything to be cut off. You don't want there to be any disruption in service. So my tip is to have all of your bills automated. So right now I have all of my bills automated. I have OneDrive, which is Microsoft, it's kind of like Dropbox. I have my Netflix, my iTunes, iCloud storage. I have my utilities. So my apartment, I pay for cooking gas and I pay for electricity. And then I have my internet and my rent. So everything is auto paid. Oh, also my student loans. Everything is set to auto pay, with the exception of my rent, which I pay myself. I don't want to have to write checks. I don't want to have to go online every month and remember which days, because some of my bills aren't doing the same exact day every month, so I don't want to have to deal with that at all. So I always make sure that I'm visualizing and knowing in my mind that, okay, each paycheck I'll have to pay some bills, so I make sure I always have money for those bills, but I don't ever want to have to, forget. So I make sure they're all auto paid and I never have any problem remembering to pay my rent. So that's awesome. Able to do it, super easy, super efficiently. Also, if you do have student loans, you may want to consider checking out with your student loan provider to see if there are discounts for auto debit. My provider had a discount for auto debit every month. Instead of having to like go in and pay, if you have your account set up to automatically take the money out, it will definitely give you a discount on your student loans, depending on your provider. So definitely check that out. So that is where I am with a finance standpoint. I make sure I'm always checking my banking app every day, make sure I'm spending within my means. Especially now, I'm definitely trying to make sure I'm saving. I want to have nice things. I want to go places when we get to finally go outside. And I want to be able to move when I want to move. So I'm definitely making sure that I save right now. Most of my money, I'm pretty much just spending money on food and savings. That's it. And bills, of course. Next. Now we're getting into social life. So in college, in grad school, it was a little bit easier for me to, have a social life. I went to the same place for undergrad and for grad school. I went to University at Albany in Albany, New York. So for me, it was not too hard. There were a lot of clubs you can join. There were a lot of activities always on campus. There were concerts. There were people that brought people into like book signings, different things like that. So it was always like events going on. Like we had Cal from Keenan and Cal come in. We had a bunch of actors and different things like that. We had a great amount of speakers for every type of month, every event there could be, we had at our school. So that was awesome. So I was always had something that I could do. So that was never a problem. After I got out of college, most of my coworkers were very young. So I happened to work in a place where there are a few people who were older, in their 50s, maybe in their 60s, but a lot of us were like 22 to 27. So it was like we did a lot of happy hours, we hung out a lot after work. So that was great to, start getting that adult social life going. But then also I was making money, so I was able to do more things. So I love to see plays. I could see a lot of off-Broadway plays. Some of them are really awesome. I haven't had that many that I didn't like. So I could see off-Broadway plays. I like to head into New York City a lot. So that's pretty much what I like to do. I like to go out to eat. I like to go to movies, things like that. So I was able to, really dive into what I want to do as an adult in my social life. But that was definitely like, it's kind of like, okay, what do I do now? Like, because concerts are kind of still a challenge for me because a lot of my friends don't listen to the same music that I listen to. So it's sometimes hard to decide, okay, do I want to go alone or do I want to see if I can find someone to go to a concert with? But I do like to go to a lot of social events. Last year I went to a bunch of vegan events. I went to Black Veg Fest, the one that was in the Bronx and the one that was in Brooklyn. I was so sad to hear that they were canceled this year. I really wanted to go to Atlantic City Veg Fest this year. Hopefully it's still on. I go to Circle of Sisters every year. It's hosted by WBLS at the Jacob Javits Center in New York. I love just like events like that, social, cultural events. I love New York City street festivals and all things like that. So I love to dive into my adult social life a lot. And yeah, it's super fun. Next. Okay, next. So goals. So goals are super important to have, but it's going to be definitely hard to figure out where to start. When you get out of college, you could have this existential crisis, or at any point you could have this crisis. But it's just like, okay, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? That's what you think. But it's really that's really not the question. The question is, what do you want to do next? Because you can do many things in your life. You can have many careers. A lot of people have multiple careers at one time or multiple careers in different phases of their life. So the idea is just what goals do you have long term and what goals do you have short term. So I always want to have like career goals, financial goals, relationship goals, things like that. So at the end of 2018, I decided to make a digital vision board for myself. And I wanted to make it my iPhone background. So I was like, okay, this would be a good idea. I used some different apps, I got some gifts and some pictures, and I made a vision board for myself of what I wanted my 2019 to look like. And at the end of the year, when I evaluated that vision board, actually a lot of things came true. So that was really like a great idea for me, and I did that again this year. And I actually used the app called Over to kind of get the backgrounds layouts going, but I also used a lot of GIFs from Instagram, and I made my vision board. Maybe at some point I will share it with you guys, but basically I have things like I want to have like, healthier living. This year's election year, so, don't forget to vote. I want to get pets. Maybe not this year, but I do want to get pets. I want to travel, relationship goals, things like that. So I definitely think the goals are something really important to have, and it's can be scary at times depending on what your goals are. Like if you don't know what you want to do in life, if you want to do everything in life, you don't know where to start, definitely that can be scary. I would love to travel more this year. I would love to go to Hawaii. I want to go to places that I've been already and just, go again. So definitely goals is something that I really look forward to every year. I feel like a lot of goals may have been halted or kind of postponed a little bit just because of the whole situation going on. But I'm using this time to basically reach my financial goals, my savings goals, and personal development goals as well. I definitely want to read more books. I haven't really been doing much of that since I've been home. Definitely been doing a lot of binge watching, guys. Let me know if you want to see a video on things that I've been binging and things that I recommend. I definitely will do that. But I've definitely been doing a lot of, relaxing, also working from home. I am working from home, cleaning, organizing. My apartment's as organized and as clean as it's ever been. So I'm definitely doing a lot of that, but I have so many goals, and I'm just super excited to get back outside and get to achieve a lot of these goals. I want to start doing like a fitness journey. I'm actually thinking about doing Chloe Ting's ab challenge, so I'm thinking about filming that and documenting that process. But yes, goals are something that's super excited for me to start working on even more. I definitely have been working on them a lot so far, but definitely reading is something I really want to, buckle down and do. I've definitely listened to a few audiobooks lately, started listening to some podcasts, which are great. But yeah, those are my tidbits on goals. If you like this video, definitely be sure to leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. Your comments definitely mean a lot to me. I definitely make sure I respond to every comment. So definitely let me know what videos you want to see in the future and what feedback you have on this video. If you want, I can do a part 2 based on your questions. Let me know.